I know the law, Phil. I know the law too well. Then you ought to know that there ain't no way to beat the law. White folks live by it and niggas die by it.
I was sexually assaulted at a party, a streamer award party. And not only that, it's by somebody that you guys fucking love. And I'm tired, bro. I'm fucking tired, guys. Fucking tired, guys. People are evil. It's like literally.
After she sent the upside down smiling face, she sent the Zelle request. Let me show y'all. Follow me, chat. Are y'all following the timeline? Because I'm only gonna come up here one time and say this. Jourdin, all of these messages came on December 7th. All of these messages is at December 7th. The Zelle request is at December 8th. This smiley face, she sent this smiley face, right? Boom. Then she sends the Zelle request at 12:19 p.m. After she sends the Zelle request, she realized I was not paying it. Once Jourdin realized I was not paying it, Jourdin sent me this. You see this meme right here? Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. Let me make it bigger for y'all since y'all can't read. Boom. Me giving him his last warning before I show him who I really am. Because it's a legal matter and it's not a joke, and that should be justified in the courts and not on social media. So let me show y'all the first piece of evidence.
I've never had a one night stand in my life.
What is a one night stand?
Like after the party type shit, when you first meet someone, you don't talk to them.
That's what we just had.
Do we just have a one night stand?
No, that's only cool, but that's not a one night stand. I said, as long as we speak the word, it's not a one night stand.
It's so many days after tomorrow.
That's one piece of evidence. After a while, Jourdin wanted to leave. So what did Tylil James do? I got her an Uber, a Toyota to be exact.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And Tylil James was accused of SA by Jourdin Pauline. And he broke down on his live stream trying to explain and clear his name up. And as you can hear her accusation, you can hear the crocodile tears, and we can see that it's a situation going on that's running very rampant in our communities. And especially when it comes to the entertainment world and it comes to the world of people that has reached a certain level financially. A lot of people are placed on your path, are placed in your life as a test. And this is a message to all the young men, most definitely Tylil, for what he's going through right now. When you're placed on this earth and you have a purpose and God have blessed the work that you're doing, you have to understand that you become a target by a lot of different demonic forces. A lot of things that's going on with the state of our ladies these days, they're not being taught properly on how to deal with the male species. And I'm saying that because we have a lot of situations where women say that they went into hotel rooms with guys and then they were SA'd or raped. And situations arouse where they can say that the man took advantage of them. But anybody with common sense will look at a situation to where if you're invited to a hotel room, what do you think that the man is thinking once you accept their invitation? We have to use our head for more than a hat rack. I had a situation that went on in my life where a person spread all kind of lies behind my back. They made a lot of false narratives about me, and they pretty much formed an opinion about me to people that didn't actually know me. So people took that person's side based on the fact that they trusted them. And at the end of the day, if whatever goes on leads to you ultimately being arrested or convicted, you will have to fight your way out of those situations. I thank God that it didn't go that deep with my situation, because God walked ahead and he removed that particular person out of my life. And when you do certain things, you have to understand your position. You have to understand who you are as a person. And you have to understand that certain people shouldn't even have the privilege of being around you or even being in contact with you. Because it ain't the fact of you looking at it like you better than certain people, but you have to understand that the extent that certain people are willing to go through to destroy you, you will never think on that level because you're thinking at an elevated level of consciousness. I had to learn a valuable lesson in my life. And I look at this young man and what he's going through. He has to understand that to catch the message and understand it's a blessing within this lesson, because he have the receipts to show that what he's being accused of is not true. He have her speaking in her voice, pretty much saying that she was a willing participant, but she tried to get that sympathy, saying that she's never done this before. And any man, and I'm gonna give y'all some locker room talk. All of us guys have heard women say this, that they never done this, or they just doing this for us. But what make me so special? What make Tylil so special that he was the only one that she had a one-night stand with? You know what made him so special? The fact that she thought she would get that $2,000. The fact that she thought she could play games on this guy because she knew he had a girlfriend. See, that's the thing now that a lot of these young girls and a lot of these older women as well are getting caught up in. They're not looking at the character of the man. They're not holding themselves to a certain standard to where they won't be compromised in these type of situations. I feel like women should totally judge a man by his character. If you're gonna lay down with a man, evaluate that man's character. Don't evaluate just how you want to feel beautiful or how you want some sex and different things like that, and you thinking sex is gonna turn the whole dynamic around, and you think he's gonna go crazy because your sex is so good. You have to realize that a lot of women have good sex. A lot of women have a good thing between their legs when it comes down to feeding the carnal nature of us. But after that, when a man reaches his climax and he comes back into his reality, he judging you as a person. Because men understand that through the entirety of the relationship, sex is gonna be a small percentage of the time and the thing that we're doing. So you have to have a certain elegance as a woman. You have to have a certain morality. You have to have a certain mental capacity to where a man can trust you, to where a man understands that you're not just in it for the money. And I think that girl judged and based this situation around the fact she knew he had a girlfriend and that he probably wouldn't want this information to come out. But ladies, I'm gonna give y'all a PSA. Any man that's dealing with you outside of his old lady, he's not looking at you as a way out. It's a very small percentage of people that cheat with the intentions of leaving for that other person. A very small percent. Most of the time, it's just in a man's nature that he may be sexually aroused by you and he just want to conquer you. He just want to have you for a night. Or he might want to have you on the roster that whenever he got some free time. But no man is really looking at a situation that he's dealing with on the outside to give up what he have at home for something that he has no idea of how it'll turn out. When I see this young lady, I see someone that's misguided. I see someone that has been misled, and someone that don't want to accept the responsibility for her actions. Because the moment you laid down with that guy and you had a one-night stand, you should have understood that it could go one way or another. It could have went good or it could have went bad. But for someone to step out and put false allegations on a person, I think that people that do that, whatever the punishment would have been for him if he had done that, and however much time he would have been allocated for doing that, I think that woman should be faced with double that time for lying and for trying to destroy this man's character. Because in a lot of situations, see, somebody could destroy your character, and then by him being in the streaming world, that would hinder a lot of the endorsements he could get, and that could hinder his progress as a whole, having these allegations on his name. But I just hope that our older women, our seasoned veteran women, will start talking to these young ladies and letting these young ladies know, okay, at one point in time in my life, I had that level of understanding that you're operating with right now. Sexual advances, sexual promiscuity is not the way into a man's heart. If you give yourself up too easily, you've automatically put yourself in a category, because every man knows I'm not the last person that you would think handsome. I'm not the last person who you would look at and view as turning you on. I'm not the last person that you will encounter that you feel can add some monetary value to your life. So ladies, y'all have to stop being delusional. Get out of your own head on thinking because men tell you you look good or they tell you that you fine or they offering you different gifts. That doesn't mean that these men are willing to deal with you outside of the bedroom. So once you get your heart broken or once you get your feelings hurt with it not going the way that you think it should go, you just have to take that L and keep it moving and don't make that same mistake again. But to try to destroy a person's life, credibility, and reputation, I think this lady needs to be arrested for playing with this man's name. I'm out.